I love the albums and so forth. And I want to have access
You need some way to tell these services that this is personal and this is business. And that isn't, you know, but the software doesn't know. It just sees all the same pictures in there.
Right.
So, I mean, you can use, there's organizational features on both systems that will let you, move stuff and say this is, have a business folder. One of the reasons I like Google Photos is, so this doesn't come up for me, is because I can have albums automatically generated with people in them. So I can say, I only want to see pictures of me, my wife, and my kids. And those are all personal. So that's one advantage of stuff like Google Photos. I don't know how you would, if you're taking the photos of the same phone, how it would know that this is for business and this is personal. There's just no way it would know that. So other than face recognition or place recognition, I don't know how I could say, well, get Amazon photos and only upload personals to that, but you would still have to manually say this is personal, this is business.
Exactly.
I don't know of any way to simplify that. If you have an Amazon Prime account, they offer free unlimited storage for originals as well. So you can use the Amazon Photos album. So that's another good choice.
One idea I had was to keep my business on once I have my pictures and I upload it to Google Photos, just keep my personals on Google Photos and take my personals and just move them on to Cabinet, just like what I
I mean, you're gonna have to do something manual. That's the problem. And I wish there was some. I'm racking my brain. I can't think of any easy and obvious way to distinguish. Unless you have separate cameras or separate phones, then it would be easy. But if you're taking those pictures on the same phone, a picture is a picture, and Google isn't smart enough to know, that's business. But I would strongly suggest taking advantage of the face recognition features, because if it's a personal photo, in most cases, it's going to have, a family member in it. I can't promise that all of your photos, you take a lot of pictures of your car that are not for business. I don't think Google recognizes your car yet.
Yeah.
It does recognize cars in general. Are your business photos, is there any common feature to all your business photos? Are you in the real estate?
No, a lot of technical stuff, a lot of technical equipment.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. Yeah, and I can see why you wouldn't want to have that in your albums. Yeah, I think you just have to manually organize it. Now, the easy thing with Google Photos is to do it on your desktop. When you get back at home, you just drag stuff around. Say, oh yeah, those 20 photos I just took of an IBM System 360, put those in my business folder. And that would be another way to do it, just manually, every once in a while. It's a pain. I don't think there's any way it would know,
Yeah.
Google does a pretty good job, though. It's interesting. Screenshots and receipts, Google now is smart enough to say, hey, those, you want to put those in your archives, right? And periodically, I think Google Photos has a lot of great features. To me, it's worth, paying for the storage, and it's not expensive.
No, and I love it.
Yeah.
I do love it.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Leo.
Hey, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for listening and your kind words, Amy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Google's always getting smarter. This is really why they offered Google Photos in the first place. They're not completely altruistic. They learn a lot about machine learning and data sets and so forth using your pictures. They're teaching themselves. And you get the benefit, though, because you can now search for dogs, for instance, and find all the pictures. Occasionally get an armadillo in there. It's not perfect, but it's kind of nice. You can say, give me all the pictures I've taken of dogs and for me, it's the last, almost 20 years. I've got 60,000 images in Google Photos. But that's a really nice feature. I have to say, the machine learning is pretty amazing. Our show today brought to you by Remote PC. Talk about amazing. Remote PC lets you access a computer, any computer, Windows or PC, from another computer, or from an iOS device, or from an Android device. It's kind of amazing. It's fast, it's secure, it's easy to use. People love Remote PC, like Kevin. He's a real estate agent. He says, well, notice that, quote, in the short time that we had to switch our coworkers to allow them working remotely at home. Remote PC really became a clutch tool. We were able to deploy it fast. It had such a low learning curve. People who weren't so computer savvy were able to work seamlessly. I've been saying that all along. So is PC Magazine. They gave Remote PC 4 stars. They said, Remote PC is effortless, with a simple interface and learning curve, fast performance, and users can easily transfer files between local and remote desktops. Leading tech publication, Tech Radar says, Remote PC is the best remote access solution around. Put it on your computer at work and go home. You can get everything done. There's lots of ways to use it. And right now, normally $7 a month, which is still a very good price, but right now, you get remotepc.com. If you go there, sign up with my name, Leo, 90% off. And not just for the first month, for the whole first year. The Leo Tech Weekend Special. remotepc.com. Use my name, Leo. Let's go to Hysteria, California. Scott's next on the line. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Leo. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Yes, good. Thank you. Yeah, I have Android. I use Android, and I've got it set up with my my email address for my alma mater, but they're going to cut that off at the end of the year.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. They might have my alma mater has an alumni address, so that you can kind of keep that.
Well, that's what this is.
Oh.
I guess it's just gotten too expensive to maintain. Anyway, so I need to figure out how to switch from that email to a different email on Android without losing my account with all the apps and things that I bought.
Oh, I see. You're signed up to Android with this alma mater account, this university email address. So your email address is going to change. Oh, that's interesting. Let me just Google this, because the Google account is really tied to your email directly. It looks like they do. See, Apple does not allow this, but it looks like, or Apple has some real strict rules. When you're signed in, your email address goes next to your name and profile photo. You can change it. Not always, but it says check if you can change it. Under contact info, tap email and see if you can change it. It says it may not be possible. If it's a Gmail account, you can't, but if you are using it through a school, you can, possibly. So apparently there's a way to do that in the phone. Nice.
Suffering with nerve pain and numbness in your back, legs, and feet? Do you suffer from leg cramping, sciatica pain when you walk, crippling or tingling sensations in your hands and feet? Have you tried all of the pain treatments, the shots, the pills, yet you are still suffering with chronic pain caused by peripheral neuropathy, spinal stenosis, or a failed back surgery? Here is good news from Dr. Philip Yu, founder of the 21st Century Pain Institute. You may now have hope of reducing or even eliminating your pain with new non-surgical options, like the new laser-guided stem cell therapy, which is helping millions live pain-free. If you are in pain, be one of the next 27 callers and receive Dr. Yu's special back, legs, and foot exams. Regularly $375, but only $97 if you are one of the first 27 callers. If you are in pain, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say pain-free. To receive the special $97 back, leg, and foot exam, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say pain-free. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say pain-free.
The Delta variant is making COVID-19 spread faster and more easily. Variants can be more contagious, aggressive, and deadly. But we know vaccines work. Vaccinated Californians have greater protection against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. We can help stop the spread and end this pandemic. Get vaccinated and wear a mask when it can protect you and others. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health. Ooh, what is that? Oh, the news is ready. KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Wrapped for protection. I'm Amy King, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Fire crews have wrapped ancient trees in the Sequoia National Forest with heat-resistant foil sheets. ABC's Michelle Franson says it's to protect them from a fire burning toward the trees in east central California.
The protective blankets help guard against intense heat beyond what the giant trees can survive.
They're very resilient.
Information Officer Mark Garrett.
But with our recent drought, the tree mortality in the Sierra Nevada, maybe 200 million dead trees, that's putting extra stress on these trees too.
The giant sequoias are as tall as high-rises and are thousands of years old. Fire crews are trying to keep the flames away to avoid a repeat of last year's loss of thousands of sequoias in the wildfires. Some trees have burned, but the grove of about 2,000 giant sequoias are okay so far. The fire burning near Gorman off the 5 freeway has burned more than 250 acres. The fire started yesterday afternoon near Vista del Lago when a big rig truck fire spread to some nearby brush. The fire is now 10% surrounded. San Francisco Mayor London Breed says she has been very careful to set an example and because she doesn't want to get COVID. Her comments were made Wednesday night after she was spotted singing and dancing and posing for pictures at the packed Black Cat nightclub without a mask on. The mayor's rules for thee but not for me move has sparked outrage. The owner of a CrossFit in San Francisco says if the mayor breaks her own rules, others should be able to too. The city's strict mandate requires everyone to wear well-fitted masks in indoor public buildings, even for those fully vaccinated, which the mayor says she is. An FDA advisory panel says it is not recommending approval of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine booster shots. The panel voted 16-2 yesterday against the booster, but Dr. Peter Marks, a member of the panel, says that decision could change at some point because information about COVID is constantly changing.
No secret here that there is still debate over the need for an additional COVID-19 vaccine at this phase of the pandemic.
Some of the experts on the panel say Pfizer did not give enough information on the safety of extra doses. The relatives of 10 people killed in a U.S. drone strike in Afghanistan are asking for compensation and for someone to be punished for the strike that was supposed to have targeted members of ISIS-K.
That's not enough to have. That's not enough. That's so sorry.
Jamal Ahmadi is also asking the U.S. to get his family out of Afghanistan. His 3-year-old daughter was killed in the drone strike. U.S. Central Command Marine General Frank McKenzie called the strike a tragic mistake and apologized to the families yesterday. A bill that would give more clarity on what items are best to recycle has made it to Governor Newsom's desk.
State Senator Ben Allen, who wrote the bill, says that products with a number 1 or 2 in the chasing arrows are usually recyclable.
Plastics that are not a 1 or 2 are just not truly recyclable under real-world conditions.
Allen says many everyday products are not usually recycled.
Yogurt containers, alternative milk containers, virtually anything that has several layers like a Pringles can.
He expects the governor to support the bill. Blake Trolley, KFI News.
Flowers have been placed on Jane Powell's star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She died Thursday at her home in Connecticut. The singer and actress was best known for her role in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers and for playing Alan Thicke's mom on Growing Pains. She also starred in several Broadway shows. Jane Powell was 92. Crash in Baldwin Park on the 10.
That's westbound at Baldwin Park Boulevard. It's blocking the middle lane, so it's a busy ride from Vincent Avenue. Diamond Bar in the 60 eastbound at Lemon Avenue. Watch out for a crash blocking the second lane from the left. It's a stop-and-go ride from Fairway Drive. And in Mid-City on the 10 westbound at Crenshaw Boulevard, there's a wreck there blocking the middle lane, so it's a pretty slow crawl from Arlington Avenue. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
Pretty decent weekend on the way. Next.
Well, man, you gotta love how your new kitchen's coming along.
Okay,
That's
the counter looks all that straight.
What do you mean?
Well, you used the level, right?
Eyeballed it. Pretty good,
No. And what's going on with the cabinet?
Pretty good isn't good enough. That's why Toyota certified technicians only use genuine Toyota parts, so they fit your Toyota exactly right. Toyota Service Center. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
It's easy to buy or lease any new Toyota, and easy to own one. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. You're covered for all normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Performed by certified technicians using genuine Toyota parts. See your dealer for Toyota Care details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
At Sit and Sleep, we know that people are experts at lots of things. Doctors are experts at medicine. Chefs are experts at cooking. And moms, well, they're experts at everything.
Right, Dad, but there's one thing practically nobody's an expert in, how to shop for the right mattress. Because at Sit and Sleep, we know shopping for a mattress isn't something you do every day, or even every 8 years.
That's why inside every Sit and Sleep, you'll find highly trained mattress experts with an average of 10 years experience who know everything about mattresses that you don't.
Then, we go one step further by giving our mattress experts bed match technology that scientifically analyzes your body's unique support needs and recommends just the right mattress for you.
It's a winning combination that's helped millions of Southern Californians get the deep, restful sleep that's so critical to helping you feel your best every day.
So for expert advice about your next mattress, trust your sleep to Sit and Sleep.
I'm an expert at other things besides mattresses.
Like what, Dad?
Streaming free!
Southland Weather from KFI, sunny with highs to about 70 at the beaches, near 80 for Metro LA and Inland OC, mid-70s to mid-80s for the valleys, low to upper 80s for the Inland Empire. Low clouds expected mainly near the beaches overnight, lows in the 50s and 60s, then sunny tomorrow with highs about the same as today. Warming up a bit as we head into next week with highs in the 60s to mid-70s at the coast, upper 70s to mid-80s for the metro areas, 80s to mid-90s for the valleys and IE. It's 69 in Dana Point, 71 Long Beach, 75 Ladera Ranch, 75 in Baldwin Park. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Amy King.
Hey, how are you today? Leo Laporte here, the tech guy. Time to talk computers, the internet, home theater, digital photography, smartphones, smart watches. 8888 Ask Leo, the phone number 888-827-5536, toll free from anywhere in the U.S. or Canada. There's a website associated with the show. That's where we put all the information. For instance, that link on changing your Gmail, the Google account address. I put that up on the show notes at techguylabs.com. Actually, I should give credit to James DeRufo, our official scribe. He'll put it up there. We also put audio and video from the shows after the show is over. So it's kind of a nice archive of 1,829 Tech Guy shows. Holy moly. Going all the way back to 2004. 17 and a half years of Tech Guy shows, and it's all there. techguylabs.com. So if you... That's before the iPhone came out. You want to know what my pre-iPhone recommendation for phones is, or you can go back and read that. Probably with a BlackBerry. 8888 Ask Leo. I'll give you a little bit more up-to-date recommendations today. Eldon is next from Oroville, California. Hello, Eldon.
Hello, Leo.
Welcome.
One of your questions, you had a question last week on Yeoman had problems with seeing file sharing between programs.
Yes.
Okay, Windows took a problem in, which I don't think a lot of people caught it, but it came out with 20H1. When they did the update, they shut off file sharing automatically.
As they should, because it's a security problem. They also deprecated, I don't know what they did in H1, but they deprecated the earliest SMB, I think 1.2 was deprecated. So you have to go to version 2 and version 3, and they turned off file sharing. So maybe it just got turned off, and that's why you couldn't see it. That's a great tip.
It's under Windows features.
Yes.
You turn it on.
Yeah. That Windows features is a great little control panel. I don't think people really know about it. And probably for most people it'd be safer not to.
Yeah, I used to be an ISP technician. I don't want them playing around.
Yeah, because it's a long checkbox of all sorts of stuff, most of which you go, what's that do? What's that do?
You don't want to know.
It's the old style control panel. I don't Can you see it in the control panel, or do you have to open it by hand? I can't remember.
You can get through the control panel, but it's better off just go to the search window, just type in Windows.
Windows features, and it'll probably just open it up. Yeah.
Pop
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way of doing it.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Just hit Windows key and then type Windows features. Yeah, there's a long list there. But yeah, look and see if file sharing is disabled there. And if it is, check it. Check it.
No. You have to uncheck it.
Uncheck it.
You have to uncheck it, restart your computer, go back in, recheck it, and then restart, and they'll take care of the problem.
Wow, that I would have never guessed.
I went in and looked when it first happened, and because I have a NAS hooked up to my network, and I couldn't see it all.
That was exactly his problem. He couldn't see his NAS. So that sounds like exactly what it was.
And there was a workaround published on Windows. If you went and looked, you could find it. That told you how to take care of the problem.
Holy cow. I mean, I could see checking the box, but unchecking it, turning off the computer, turning it back on, then checking it, crazy.
Then restart your computer again.
Okay, good. This Windows feature dialog is actually a really good thing to know about. You'll see all sorts of weird stuff in there.
There's a lot of stuff.
I'd be careful about unchecking or checking anything you don't know what it is. But it's certainly a good idea to see some of the things that Windows can do that isn't necessarily turned on. And then that's a workaround I never would have guessed, that you turn it off first, reboot, then turn it on and reboot. Okay.
Right. And that took care of the problem. Luckily, when they did your scheduled update on Tuesday,
yeah,
you were online.
Yeah.
There was 21H1. The problem wasn't there.
Interesting.
So I don't know what's going on.
Are you going to go to Windows 11 when the time comes?
I've got a i7 right now with 64 gigs of RAM behind it, so I might.
Yeah, you may not be able to, depending on the age and of that processor, but.
It's 5 or 7.
Yeah, see, you're too old. You have to be 8th generation or later. Yeah. I don't think you're missing anything. We've been going back and forth. We have a show about Windows called Windows Weekly, and we've been going back and forth on that. And I think the consensus is it's just really a cosmetic update more than anything else. And so if you like a centered start menu or you like rounded corners, okay. But despite the ads, there's some crazy ads running right now. I don't think there's any real reason to go to Windows 11. It's really about getting people to buy new computers more than anything else.
If I buy it, if I do that, it's like 2 years out before I'll even touch it.
You're smart.
Get the bugs out.
Yeah. See, talk to people who get IT support. they know better than anybody.
Well, when you have 1,500 ITs,
Holy cow.
You can't stop us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I think somebody who does support for a living is always cautious about getting the latest, greatest thing. Because it usually takes a few iterations before it works. Microsoft's going to have an event this week, this coming week on Wednesday, announcing new Surfaces. And one of the things they're expecting to announce is an update to their Surface Duo, that weird kind of book form phone. You know, it had 2 screens that opened up like a book. It will be the not that's the Samsung. This is Microsoft's Windows Duo phone. I bought it last year, sent it back after a couple of weeks. It was just really $1,500, and it just wasn't for me. And I asked Mary Jo Foley, our Windows expert, I said, should I get the new one? She said, no, wait till version 3. You never, version 1 and 2, rarely are good. You want a third time's the charm. So see, these experts, they know. Eldon, thank you for calling in. I'm going to add that to the show notes. So we.
Oh, and one other thing?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to apologize for something I said to you a couple of years ago.
What'd you say to me? Well, now you're going to say it again and embarrass me again, huh?
No, you picked it up, I think, and expand it. But people that are looking at getting into the field, and if you go and do the research, look at what is being done for Vietnam. One of the programs that you should learn is Python.
I agree. I love Python. Great language. and very useful in a lot of for a lot of automation tasks and so forth. Yeah.
It's a stepping stone up.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great starting language. In fact, I was mentoring a high school senior in his coding class, and we got him started on Python. So it's a great way to learn. Although I am a big fan, and you're going to laugh at me, Eldon, I'm a big fan of an older language. A language that's as old as I am. Not Fortran, the second oldest language, Lisp. Elder goes,
I never heard you talking about that on Springfield or on House.
I love Lisp. I do. It's kind of funky, but I love it. The pleasure talking to you. Thank you. It's great to have experts in the audience. And anytime you hear me say something and you say, oh, I got a better way or whatever, just please never hesitate to call. It's nice to know you. Thank you, Eldon. I appreciate it. Our show today brought to you by iDrive. I'll tell you what, I know Eldon knows this. The most important thing you're going to do today is make sure you have a good backup. Because it's never a matter of, oh, is my hard drive going to die? It's only a matter of when. Hard drives die, data gets lost, ransomware, and there's no better backup than iDrive. And PC Magazine's been saying this since for 7 years now. They just gave them their Editor's Choice Award for the 7th year in a row this year. Brand new one, Popular Science just said iDrive is the best cloud backup solution on a budget. Quote, this is a solid hybrid between emergency backup and everyday storage. They also said iDrive is very affordable compared to most other options. I agree with that. $7 a month. You get a ton of storage. I think it's like 8 terabytes. So much you'll never use it. Plus, one account lets you back up everything you've got. They've got Mac, PC, iOS, Android apps. They also have use iDrive, back up my network attached storage, servers, everything you've got. It's fast, it operates in the background, and if you ever get hit by ransomware or malware, or just human error or hard drive failure, your data's safe. You can get it back. Victor, an iDrive user, clearly had a problem. He wrote this on Facebook. iDrive online backup. You guys are my heroes. Feels good, man. Got my photos back. Yay! It's a success story. It's a success story. And as Popular Science adds, iDrive will even protect you from ransomware attacks by taking regular snapshots of your system and letting you rewind the clock to a previous version. Let's say $7 a month. Let's make it even more affordable. Popular Science didn't know this. 90% off for your whole first year when you go to iDrive.com and use my name, Leo. The best pennies a month. iDrive.com. Promo code Leo. Limited time offer, so don't delay. You need this thing. iDrive. iDrive.com.
Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, a pop-up vaccination clinic being held at Chihuahua Restaurant on Southland Boulevard in Sun Valley. The owner of the restaurant says he's holding the clinic until 4 this afternoon because he's concerned the Sun Valley Latino community is lagging behind in vaccination rates. U.S. officials say they'll ramp up flights out of the U.S. for some of the tens of thousands of patients who gathered in Del Rio, Texas after crossing the border from Mexico. Tens of thousands of volunteers have hit beaches and waterways to pick up trash in parks, gun trails, and in neighborhoods for Central California Coastal Cleanup Day. Heal the Bay is hosting events near the Santa Monica Pier and dozens of other cleanup locations. Let's take a look at the roads. Pedro, what you got going?
On the 91 westbound in Artesia, there's a crash that's just before Pioneer Boulevard. It's taken away the left lane, so it's a busy ride from Carmenita Road. Mid-City on the 10 westbound at Crenshaw, watch out for a crash that's blocking the right lane. It's a stop-and-go ride from Vermont Avenue, and things are looking better for you in Baldwin Park on the 10 westbound. That's at Baldwin Park Boulevard. An earlier wreck in the middle lane has been cleared off to the right shoulder. You'll see traffic recovering from Vincent Avenue. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
Hi, Brandy. I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and I'm calling to give you a random act of helpfulness.
That's awesome.
We heard you could use some help paying for a class.
Yes. Well, there's a company, and they offer coding classes for kids and adults.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, he's on the spectrum, and he really flourishes when he goes there. It's like everyone's there, all the kids speak his language. I'm just looking for an opportunity for him to go back.
Well, Honda would like to help. We are going to pay for his class for a whole year.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. That's so awesome.
Honda Summer Sales Event, we can help you too with a great deal on a reliable, award-winning Honda, like the all-new redesigned 2022 Civic. Visit SoCalHondaDealers.com to find a helpful Honda dealer near you. Brandy is a real person and was paid to be on the radio.
Come into CVS and get a free flu shot. Plus, get a $5 off $20 shopping pass. CVS, America's choice for vaccination. No cost flu shots with most insurance. Restrictions apply. Visit CVS.com for details.
Get your daily dose of California with the Times Daily News from the LA Times. Join your host, LA Times journalist Gustavo Arellano, as he unpacks our world with a West Coast perspective. Listen and subscribe today at latimes.com/the Times or wherever you get your podcasts. There you go. Mimosas are finally on the menu at IHOP.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a mimosa girl?
The bottomless mimosa brunch. My favorite.
Oftentimes.
Part's key, right?
Yeah, it's usually with crab champagne at that point, but what does it matter?
The Fork Report with Neil Saavedra this afternoon at 2 on KFI AM 640.